themselves have with the police department now is the fruit in a real sense of what you're trying to do. And so that's it's very, very important, this whole idea of safety. Now, in terms of, I think you mentioned the economy and the sense of one reason that a large number of people give for so many of our young people being involved in various kinds of activities is that many of them don't have any jobs.
Correct, correct.
And so in terms of what is the council, has the council said anything in reference to dealing with young people and perhaps creating some kind of motivative kind of program that could give them summer jobs or whatever, those kinds of things?
Well, let me just give you a little bit of background on what I did for this month. On May 3rd, we hosted the Summer Youth Activities Fair along with the Nashville Career Advancement Center. And so that was just one way of getting some exposure to the youth, and we put this information out to the schools. We didn't have a lot of participation, but it's still a start. So, and I did have the council support on that. And jobs are very limited for our youth, but there are some jobs out there for the 16 to 18 age group. And so there are also volunteer positions as well, and if they would contact the National Career Advancement Center, they could give them that information, because they do have lots of resources to give to those kids that are, or to youth that are trying to find jobs. And it is extremely important because it keeps them off the street. It keeps the crime down. So my colleagues did support me in this endeavor to say, hey, let's do something for the kids. And there are other summer programs out there that are reaching out to youth as well. So we're hoping for the best for the youth this summer.
Very good. And of course, we've got about 3 minutes, Councilperson Moore. And let's talk about one or two of those items over the last few minutes that we have here. One or two of those items that you had put on your top of your agenda that you wanted to talk about today that perhaps now might be give you an opportunity.
Well, I just want to say, you know, in our district, since I became the council member, and I'm still getting acclimated to this position, because, you know, knowing what the procedures are, rules, and what's going on, and being comfortable enough to say, hey, you know, we need to come together. And that's the first thing that I see in this district is coming together as one, knowing your neighbors, knowing that, hey, I can reach out to someone, and being a part of this, you know, this district. I see that sometimes, you know, that when I go to the community meetings and the networking, you know, persons come up to one another and they can embrace one another. That's what it's all about. And hopefully that one of the projects that we have is to, it was a suggestion, maybe do a District 17 day, and to have that where everybody can come out, just like they used to have the big South Nashville picnic. But basically, you know, again, coming out, knowing one another. That's what's on my heart right now, you know.
And that is the South Nashville district. Is that,
yes,
most of that district encompasses South Nashville? And that area has a reputation in terms of some kind of cohesive kind of thing at an earlier period. And I think what are you trying to do to recreate that kind of attitude among many of the individuals?
And you can do this with the neighborhood organizations that are very strong in my area. I mean, they're very vocal groups, or neighborhood organizations that care about District 17, and they meet once a month, and they share their ideas with me. They make sure that they call me and let me know about their meetings.
You know that they do that. Okay, very good.
And I go to those meetings to, you know, keep updated of what's going on, and they're pretty organized about, you know, and prioritizing what they want to present to me or about what's going on in the city.
Over the last minute and a half that we have here, any regrets for being involved in the council?
Well, there are no regrets, Dr. Haney. I chose this going in fully aware. Again, it was a year-long decision for me to make to go into the council. And with that decision, having all my family members and very good friends involved in helping me with the decision-making process, because when I took my application or my statement over there to say, or my 25 names to qualify, I had to have somebody with me because I was sort of like real scared. I said, do I really want to do this, not do this? But it was a commitment. I'm a resource person, I'm a service-oriented person, and I have been servicing the city of Nashville for quite some time, and especially District 17.
And this is just another chain in the long link that you've had in terms of dealing with the public in that particular area. And of course, we know that you're doing a tremendous job. As a matter of fact, that's why we were encouraged to have you here to talk about some of the things that you're doing. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.